Cookies. Cookies are small data files stored in your browser when you visit websites. They were introduced in the 1990s to help websites remember users, such as keeping sessions active or saving preferences. Over time, they became a central tool for tracking behavior across different sites, especially through third-party cookies used by advertising networks. What makes them distinct is how quietly they operate in the background while you browse. They matter because they influence the ads you see, the content you're recommended, and how websites recognize you when you return, shaping much of your everyday online experience. IP address tracking. An IP address is a unique number assigned to your device when it connects to the Internet. It has existed since the earliest days of networking as a way to direct traffic between computers. Websites and services use this identifier to understand where requests are coming from and to detect patterns in usage. Unlike cookies, it does not rely on stored files, but instead works at the network level. It matters because it reveals your approximate location and can be used for both security purposes and targeted services, such as regional content or fraud detection. Device fingerprinting. Device fingerprinting gathers detailed information about your device, including screen size, browser type, operating system, installed fonts, and even subtle configuration details. This method became more common as users began limiting or blocking cookies. Instead of storing data, it creates a unique profile based on how your device behaves. What makes it different is its persistence, since it can identify a device even after data is cleared. It matters because it is difficult to avoid and allows companies to track users with a high degree of accuracy. Browser history tracking. Browser history tracking involves collecting information about the websites you visit over time. This can happen through embedded scripts, browser extensions, or synced accounts. As web analytics tools developed, companies realized the value of understanding not just single visits, but long-term patterns. What sets it apart is its ability to build a timeline of your interests and habits. It matters because it helps refine recommendations, predict behavior, and tailor advertising in ways that feel increasingly personalized. Search engine tracking. Search engine tracking records what you actively look for online. Each query you type and each result you click provides insight into your interests, needs, and intentions. As search engines became the primary gateway to the Internet, this type of tracking became especially valuable. It differs from passive tracking methods because it reflects deliberate actions. It matters because search data is often deeply personal and is used to shape both search results and highly targeted advertising. Location tracking. Location tracking uses technologies such as GPS, Wi-Fi positioning, and mobile networks to determine where you are. It became widespread with smartphones and location-based services. Unlike IP tracking, it can provide highly precise data, sometimes down to a specific building. What makes it unique is its connection to the physical world, linking digital behavior with real-world movement. It matters because it enables useful services like navigation and delivery, while also raising concerns about constant monitoring of your whereabouts. App tracking. App tracking occurs when mobile applications collect information about how you interact with them. This includes usage patterns, time spent, clicks, and sometimes additional data like contacts or location. As smartphones became central to daily life, apps evolved into powerful data collection tools. Unlike web tracking, this happens within closed environments controlled by the app itself. It matters because apps often have deeper access to your device, allowing them to build detailed profiles of your behavior and preferences. Social media tracking. Social media tracking monitors how you interact on platforms where you share content and connect with others. It includes likes, comments, shares, follows, and even how long you view certain posts. As these platforms grew, they developed advanced systems to analyze user behavior. What makes this form of tracking distinct is the depth of personal and social data involved. It matters because it shapes what you see in your feed, influences recommendations, and plays a major role in targeted advertising and digital culture. Email tracking. Email tracking uses invisible elements embedded in messages to detect when they are opened and sometimes where they are opened from. This technique became popular in marketing as companies sought to measure engagement. Unlike other tracking methods, it operates within your inbox rather than a website or app. What makes it subtle is that it often works without visible signs. It matters because it allows senders to monitor behavior and adjust communication strategies based on user responses. Ad tracking pixels. Ad tracking pixels are tiny, invisible images embedded in websites or advertisements. When a page loads, the pixel sends information back to a server about the visit. This method became widespread with the growth of digital advertising networks. What sets it apart is its simplicity and ability to function across different sites. It matters because it enables advertisers to measure campaign performance, track conversions, and follow users across multiple platforms. Wi-Fi and network tracking. Wi-Fi and network tracking involves monitoring devices connected to specific networks, such as those in public spaces. It originally developed for managing network performance, but expanded into analytics as businesses recognized its potential. What makes it unique is that it connects online tracking with physical locations. It matters because it can reveal patterns like how often people visit a place, how long they stay, and how they move through spaces. Account-based tracking. Account-based tracking occurs when you log into a service, allowing your activity to be directly linked to your identity. As more platforms required accounts, this method became one of the most reliable forms of tracking. Unlike anonymous methods, it connects data across devices and sessions. It matters because it creates a consistent and detailed view of your behavior, enabling highly personalized experiences and more precise data collection. Cross-device tracking. Cross-device tracking connects your activity across multiple devices, such as your phone, laptop, and tablet. It developed as people began using several devices throughout the day. By combining data from logins, networks, and behavior patterns, companies can link these devices to a single user. What makes it different is its ability to follow you beyond a single device. It matters because it creates a unified profile, allowing tracking to continue seamlessly as you switch between platforms. Data broker aggregation. Data broker aggregation involves collecting data from multiple sources and combining it into large, detailed profiles. Data brokers gather information from websites, apps, public records, and purchases. This practice expanded alongside the growth of big data and digital marketing. What sets it apart is the scale and depth of information involved. It matters because these profiles can include sensitive details about interests, habits, and demographics, often shared or sold to other companies. Smart device tracking. Smart device tracking comes from connected devices such as smart speakers, TVs, wearables, and home appliances. As the Internet of Things expanded, more everyday objects began collecting and sharing data. Unlike traditional tracking, it extends beyond computers and phones into physical environments. What makes it unique is its constant presence in daily life. It matters because it adds another layer of data collection, capturing behaviors that were previously offline. Payment and transaction tracking. Payment tracking records your purchases, subscriptions, and financial behavior. With the rise of digital payments and online shopping, this data has become increasingly detailed. It differs from other tracking types by focusing on actual transactions rather than browsing behavior. What makes it valuable is its connection to real economic activity. It matters because it reveals spending habits, preferences, and lifestyle patterns, often used for marketing and financial analysis.